Hello there. So I had an idea for a comedy video earlier, but it's getting pushed to next week in light of the recent drop of the trailer. Like probably most, if not all of you, I've seen the Rise of Skywalker trailer, and I've also seen a lot of other people's breakdowns. Now, I've decided to jump on board the bandwagon. Now, this isn't going to be a frame by frame analysis, more of a bit of a ramble, and these thoughts will be mostly without a script. I've basically just got a few notes here and an outline of what the trailer was, and just some points of interest. I'm not going to have any visuals other than this static image here, so if you want to go do something else while just listening to me in the background, you're not going to be missing any visuals. Okay, so we started off with Rey training in what looked like a forest, and then the background changed to what looked like a Star Destroyer. Now, I'm not sure if these are two separate training montages, or if one of them is a vision, or two different points in time. Not sure. It's going to be interesting. Did she train in both a forest and a Star Destroyer? Is one of them a mission, and they're just showing the parallels? Was one of them a vision? Not sure. Hard to say. Then we had a voice in the background saying, "We're not alone. Good people will fight if we lead them." And there were just a bunch of clips of a lot of characters such as Rose. We saw our first shot of Lando since the first trailer. And it's possible that the people who might be reinforcing them are the people who were called in episode 8 and didn't respond. Shows what appeared to be the Tantive 4 flying, which, interesting callback to episode 4. They may or may not be going super heavy nostalgia, which I wouldn't be surprised because episode 7 was also directed and written primarily by Abrams. So it would make sense for them to go that route. I'm perfectly fine with fan service and nostalgia. I just hope that they have some original stuff as well, because I don't think that that can carry a movie. And then there was the Shoreline Sunken Death Star or Star Destroyer, where Kylo and Rey were fighting, which, again, it's showing that underwater stuff a lot, especially here with the stuff with Palpatine's throne. It's yeah, this is looking very nostalgic, which, again, good thing to have in the movie, but not something that can carry it. Palpatine says, "Long have I waited, and now you're coming together as your undoing," which I think is a callback to the line in episode 6, "His compassion for you will be his undoing," that he said to Vader about Luke, which, again, like the throwback, like the callback, but Abrams, give us something original. Then we had the scene that had a lot of people talking. 3PO saying he was taking one last look at his friends when Poe asked him what he was doing, and is 3PO going to die? Is he going to have his memory wiped again? Does he think everyone else is going to die? It's a bit of a shame if they just kind of killed off 3PO now, just because he's been in every main series movie as well as Rogue One. So this is the 10th movie in continuity that'll have 3PO in it. So just kind of killing him off at the last second. Yeah, it's going to be emotional, but is that really what we want? I think it would upset a lot of people. You see Poe, Finn, and Chewie fighting stormtroopers, which I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see Chewie finally getting some role after his being ignored in episode 8. Finn obviously fighting stormtroopers be a good way to bring him back in, because he'd be familiar with their tactics since he used to be a stormtrooper. Poe, not a, not as excited about, because he's supposed to be a pilot, and I think he is better served in that role. Leia hugging Rey, we were told they'd be using some stock footage they had from episode 7 containing Carrie Fisher to bring Leia in. I don't think she's going to play that big a part simply due to the fact that they have very limited footage, and who knows, that might be a flashback or something as well. I know Star Wars doesn't usually do flashbacks like that. Usually they have it be stuff that's just explained via dialogue, such as the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, scene from episode 3. But Abrams might break style. He did some similar just stuff with having Rey see flashes of different periods of time in episode 7. We see Lando and Chewie flying the Falcon with Lando going woo, or like something like that, cheering in some form. And good callback to him coming out of the Death Star. And nice to see him and Chewie together. If anyone's going to be in the Falcon now and have it make sense, it would be Chewie and Lando. We see another desert planet. I'm not sure whether they're going back to Tatooine or Jakku, if this is a totally new planet. It could be any one of those three. We see the return of Y-wings fighting a Star Destroyer. Which, are they bringing back the rebels now, or does the Resistance have its own Y-wings? It's going to be interesting to see this one. And then we have something that a lot of people have been complaining about pretty badly: the quote unquote horses in space, where it's like, yeah, I get it. It's dumb, I'll admit it, but we have a universe where every single planet has a breathable atmosphere, almost identical gravity, and several species all look almost entirely the same and speak the same language. I mean, you have to suspend your disbelief at least a little bit there. Yeah, another fight in the throne room. And then we have what I think might be the most mystifying moment in the whole thing: Kylo and Rey working together to break something. Star Wars theory seems to think that it's Vader's helmet, which it could be. That could be the top portion. I don't know why they do that in character. It seems to be more so pandering to the throwback, but to our nostalgia. But yeah, it's why are they working together? Has Kylo been redeemed here? What's going on? And then they finish with Luke saying, "The Force will be with you always," mirroring what Obi-Wan said to him in episode 4. Now, overall, we can see that they are clearly playing to nostalgia quite clearly, as I've stated a lot and a lot of other people have said. Not sure how much of that I want. Yeah, I know I've been saying that, but that's really just what's been in this trailer. So, yeah, thanks for listening. Like and subscribe if you enjoy my work, and see you next week for another comedy video.